Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden.
I'm Casey.
And today we have got a special bottle here on the table.
Beauty of a bottle.
It is. Wild Turkey put out their Master's Keep limited edition this year online, which means that Casey and I were both able to get one. We ended up just going halvesies on this one, 50-50 splitting it. And now we can bring it for you and review it for you guys. Wow, that was horrible. So now we can bring it and review it for you guys. Let's take a minute and appreciate how gorgeous this is. I mean, the box, the presentation, I love that about the Master's Keeps. In fact, that's half the reason I buy them. And you open it up and it's like hallelujah. And then it's got the tightest little bottle in there, but there it is. So this is 10-year-old rye whiskey. This is called the Triumph, the Wild Turkey Triumph, and it is 52% alcohol, so 104, or 52%, so 104 proof. Mm-hmm. Tell us about this, Casey. What do you expect when you get Wild Turkey rye at, mind you, $275?
10 years. Expect greatness. And I mean, we've drank this bottle already. I think we have a couple opinions ourselves. I mean, you expect it to run par just with the Parker's Heritage 10, damn near.
Yeah, it's about $100. No, it's about $75 more expensive than the Parker's Heritage 10-year rye from last year. Right. And it's about 20 proof, 25 proof less than the Parker's Heritage rye.
And I mean, with an older rye like this, it definitely tastes kind of more like a rye bourbon almost. Like there's so much oak because it's so old, and it affects the rye a lot differently than it does a bourbon, I think, anyway.
I agree. But that being said,
time to dabble.
Let's open. I love how heavy their corks are. I say it every time I uncork one.
It's huge. Yeah.
They're just so heavy and nice. I like the way it pours out of the bottle too. Very nice, very nice. I'm getting a little. Yeah, that's better. Oh, baby. Okay.
Angel share on the side here.
I'm gonna put this here. I love Wild Turkey products. I mean, you guys probably know. Both of us are actually pretty large fans of Wild Turkey products, and this is Barely Legal Rye. Did we look that up last time, or did we forget to do that?
I don't think we did look it up. We'll let you guys know after we get done pondering the
truth. But let's get on the notes. Okay. There is a rye note in here. Obviously, this being a rye, it does have that rye note though. So like some ryes that are lower ryes, like Barely Legal ryes, they tend to be on the more bourbon side of things. Even honestly, the Parker's Heritage rye has a lot of bourbon-esque notes in it, but this one definitely has that rye spice and a little bit of herbaceousness on the nose, and a little bit of like a vanilla.
It's definitely oaky though.
A lot of oak.
Definitely has age to it. You can tell that. Yeah,
and 10 years for a rye is. I hate saying this because it's not entirely true, but aging rye is different. I'd like to say that a 10-year-old rye is closer to like a 14 to 15-year-old bourbon, at least in my brain. That's how I perceive it.
Yeah. Like, well, you don't see a lot of 10-year age stated.
Yeah, like when I think of a 2-year rye, I'm thinking of like a 4-year bourbon. Like that's a pretty standard age statement. Like a 5-year rye, I'm thinking like an 8-year bourbon, stuff like that. So there's levels to it when it comes to the age. There's definitely some like spice.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. There's definitely some rye spice. It might even be like baked spice almost. Yeah,
like a little bit of like cinnamon clove, baking-esque. A little bit of Christmassy in here.
Yeah, it almost smells like a molasses.
Yeah, cookie. I feel like I'm getting a bit of a pine note as well. You're right, molasses cookie, pine. Baking spices. This really does have a Christmassy vibe to it.
It smells really damn good. Let's get on the palate.
Salud. Is this sweeter than you remembered?
Yes.
Okay. Casey and I both smoked a cigar before this. I mean, not directly before this, probably about 2 hours ago, maybe 3. We were at the golf course. So that is on our palate. At least for me, I
don't really have it anymore.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
I don't know. I do know that this seems way sweeter right now than I remember it being. I mean, vanilla frosting-esque sweetness.
I was gonna say like a cookie.
Oh yeah, like a sugar cookie.
It's like it hits you with that rye spice right away, but then it like kind of mellows out, but then it comes back into the heat of spice right at the end there. I mean, it really warms your throat. It's really nice and has a great finish.
And the oak is coming through really well too, especially on the finish.
Quite a bit of oak, I agree.
The proof it's drinking, I mean, reasonable at 104 proof, like that's a nice mid-range proof. I think it's drinking maybe a little bit higher, if not right at the 104, but like it definitely has body to it and flavors, and overall, it seems pretty nice.
The palate is very well rounded in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Every little different flavor you get complements each other.
It's definitely got like maybe a very light fruit aspect in it. Very light, like I don't even know.
I was gonna say like a fruit fluff or something like that.
Right, like
it's got the.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's like muted and sugary, but like
it's weird.
Somewhat resembles a fruit. I know what you're saying. Kind of like an artificial, like it's not artificial tasting, but like when you get one of those desserts that's supposed to be fruit flavored, but it's fake. So like you can tell that it's supposed to taste like fruit, but
it's more sweet than fruity.
Yeah, it's more just sugar with a little bit of fruit.
Right. I mean, there's probably a better word for it.
Yeah, it's probably a better way to explain it. But hey, we're not professionals here.
Yeah, I think it tastes really good actually. That's probably one of my favorite ryes.
I like this. I'd be interested to see how this compares to like the Parker's Heritage or even like my Driftless Glen Rye, which I really thoroughly enjoy. But that being said, I think Casey and I are going to sit back, sip on this, and give it some grades, and we'll bring you guys some grades. Yeah, go. All right, we are back, and we gave this some grades and put it in perspective. And
slightly surprising.
Yeah, we're going to bring you guys some answers here. So on the nose, I'll start off with an 87 on the nose. I thought it was good. I liked it a lot. I think that it's good whiskey. Really good whiskey. I'm not going to say it's not really good whiskey. The nose had a lot of pleasurable things, and it had a lot of different things that you could explore in it. So overall, good at 87.
I agree. I gave it an 86. Just kind of looking back on previous scores, kind of see what I gave other stuff, and I felt like 86 was probably a respectable score for that. It had some really nice notes of oak and some rye spice in there. It wasn't too heavy on the rye because we did look it up, and it is a 51% rye mash bill. But going on to the palate, I gave it an 89. I thought the sweetness of it, for me anyway, really turned me on for it.
Did it?
Just a really good rye, honestly. Like 10 years, good oak presence. Like very, I don't like to use this word very often, but like, well, I guess it's not smooth.
I knew you were saying.
It's like
as soon as you hear I don't use this word very often, you know he's gearing up to say the word smooth.
It's not like I guess it has
it's
more like
balanced and
it mangles
no
together.
sharp edges. Yeah. I know what you're saying, and that's why I gave it an 88. I think on the palate, 88 is very good. I like the way, like Casey said, it goes together well. It's well balanced and there's no sharp edges on it. I like the evolution of it. I do like, even though it's a barely legal rye, there is still a rye aspect to it. But it's not overpowering, punch you in the face like this is a dill pickle type of rye. So that's cool.
Right.
On to the part that tanks the grade the most, is the value for the money. This is $275 MSRP. If you got it from Turkey's website, then you paid shipping, and it came up to about $300, which is where a lot of places charge at anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's ridiculous. I honestly think after the $200 mark, you really, really have to want the bottle in order to buy it. Casey and I split this, so we paid about $150 a piece for half a bottle, and for us, it's worth it. Whatever. You know, we love Wild Turkey products. We got the YouTube channel. We get the presentation of the box, and like the whiskey is really good. And $150 to share, yeah. But $275 is steep. That's why I gave it a 65 out of 100.
For the value for the money.
For the value.
That's tough. Yeah, and I did end up giving it a 72 just because I do like the presentation. Obviously, the story behind it's cool. I mean, this is a very limited bottle.
Yep.
Again, it is $300 though. That is quite steep, and I know a lot of people will probably look at that and be like, "Ain't no way." But
yeah.
I thought it was pretty damn good for what it was.
I agree.
Total score for me, you add up all the scores, divided by 3. I think I gave it an 82.
82, yeah, and I gave it an 80. Overall, guys, I think if you guys are huge turkey fans, you get all the Master's Keeps, or you like the Master's Keeps, you like the box, you like the story, whatever it is, you guys have to justify to yourselves spending $275. I think the whiskey is good. I think it's hard for me to say that any whiskey is worth that price. I mean, there are ones out there that are, but I think if you have the means to buy it and you like turkey, I would do it. If I had to pay for this by myself after tasting it, I don't think I would pay $275, without splitting the bill. I don't think I'd do it. But
Yeah.
it's good whiskey. It's not like it's bad. I'm not disappointed in it. It's just, it's expensive. They should have never raised it after Unforgotten. The $200 mark is perfect. There's no reason for it to be any more expensive than that.
Who knows what it could be.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, please hit the like button on your way out. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so and join the channel. You guys can become members for $2 or $7 a month. You get exclusive access to content early. Whenever I get done editing it is when you get to see it. And then you also get emojis and cool stuff during the live streams. Casey, what are these people going to comment about the video?
Comment your favorite wild turkey product, or comment how you feel about the Triumph and is it worth it?
Yeah, I'd love to hear you guys' opinion on how you justify spending the money on this particular bottle. But that being said, guys, thank you all for being here. We'll see you all in the next glass. Cheers.
Cheers.